Red Stick PR, and our client was Fellowship Church in South Ascension. I'm Jordan Churchman, and I was the account liaison.
I was Julie McGowan. I was a design director.
I'm Carly Carga. I was a writing director.
Sydney Stevens, research director.
Kelsey Hyde, event director.
Haley Garcia, strategy director.
First, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about us. Red Stick PR was formed by 6 girls from 6 very different backgrounds that came together in Baton Rouge to study public relations. I know we've previously told you guys that our name came from our passion for Baton Rouge with the use of Red Stick, which is a French translation of Baton Rouge, and then since we're 6 females, we kind of play along with the lipstick in our logo. Our mission at Red Stick PR is to forge meaningful and long-lasting relationships between our clients and their unique audiences by communicating our clients' brands truthfully, transparently, and with individually tailored messages. So specifically for Fellowship Church South Ascension, they branched out from the initial church location in Prairieville in January 2013, and they currently meet at the 5th Ward Fire Station in Gonzales, Louisiana. They meet every Sunday at 10 a.m. Their campus has averaged 104 attendees every Sunday since it was kind of established there, and their vision is connecting to love, grow, serve, and go. And so I'm going to tell you guys just a little bit about their vision. So for love, that is specifically about their worship services, and it kind of gives people an opportunity to love God and love people and kind of fellowship with the people that are there. Grow is kind of centered on discipleship, and they offer life groups, which is a time for members to come together in different little specific groups for prayer and Bible study. Through serving, Fellowship Church has done a lot with their service initiative. They currently volunteer. They have a lot of volunteer opportunities within the church for some examples are their Ignite team, Flip students, women's and men's ministries, worship ministries, and then Go, they are involved in a lot of local and international missions. They have served in countries such as Asia, Canada, and Mexico, and they do a lot of service within the local community. And I'm going to turn it over to our research director, Sydney Stevens.
Hey guys, as research director, I was sort of in charge of coming up with our primary research strategy, I guess. Our client Fellowship Church was really interested in getting to know their area since they're newly established in January. They're in a new part of town, want to kind of know who they should target. So we did a survey via Qualtrics. The survey had questions as simple as what's your race, what's your affiliation with religion, are you male or female, but then it also had deeper questions such as would you be interested in seeing a student ministry open on River Parishes Community College, which is a local community college in the area that has about 1,800 to 2,000 students. And as far as we knew, there wasn't much of a religious presence on the campus. So 67% of the people in the South Ascension area would be interested to see a new church or be interested in learning more about a new church. So that was somewhat promising because in addition to that stat, we also got 90% of our respondents identified with the Christian faith. So that's a good target area for a new church. 43% felt that one of the greatest needs in their community was a lack of sort of family-friendly activities that children and parents alike could enjoy. So, and the church sort of offers a safe environment for families. 57% of male and female respondents were somewhat equal, which is good because you want a balance in the church if you're having singles or married people. And our average survey taker was 28 years old, which is sort of around our target audience was 18 to 40-year-olds, so it kind of fell right in the middle, which was great. And we're going to go to Kylie to talk more about our target audience.
So as Sydney said, our target audience for this campaign were adults between the ages of 18 and 40. And from that, we split into our primary audience, which was families in Ascension and Livingston. thought this was a good group because for families, like church is it's a really positive thing. It helps people form relationships and it gives, families a sense of community and safety. 100% of our survey participants did live in the Ascension Livingston Parish, which was good because they were our target. And for our secondary audience, it was students at River Parish's community college. And through research, we found out students aren't usually interested in the traditional boring services that they attended as kids. They want to join a church that lets them form relationships and gets to know people and make a difference. So we didn't receive any respondents from River Parish's community college, unfortunately, but 33% of the people who did take the survey said they'd be interested in seeing a collegiate group form there.
All right, so our objectives and strategies. So obviously our first objective was to increase awareness of Fellowship Church, the South Ascension campus, since they did just begin in January. And we did want to target the whole community, but for this objective we wanted to hone in on the educators and students in the area. When we first met with Todd, we were obviously really excited to find out what he had in mind for the event, and the first thing he said was, we don't want a fundraiser, which it was nice to hear for us because that's what we thought we might be doing. And he said, we don't want the community giving us anything. We want to give back to the community, and I thought that was really great of him to say. So he said, being the very well prepared client that he was, he already had something in mind, and he said, our youth, teachers are a huge part of our youth, and that's what makes up a community. So they really wanted to do a teacher appreciation event, which Kelsey will talk more about. Our second objective was to increase attendance at Fellowship Church South Ascension campus, their Sunday services, and we wanted to target people ages 18 to 40. So we did create a social media plan. Now, there is a Fellowship Church in Ascension Parish Facebook page, and they're very, very active, and they're personable. Sorry. But we did in our social media plan recommend that maybe they branch out a little bit, make their own Facebook page, their own Twitter page, not totally separating themselves, because obviously they would still have interaction between social media pages, but just so people know, hey, we're here in the community, we're here for you to come visit. Our third objective was creating a positive reputation for the church. Something that we figured out quickly was that, and we talked about it with Todd during our first meeting, people are hesitant to hear what some churches have to say if they're not familiar with them. So we just wanted to create a positive reputation, and then we also wanted to increase the participation in outreach programs. So Fellowship Church already has a very well established kids ministry, but they're slowly trying to build collegiate ministries, and so we wanted to, for Fellowship Church South Ascension, we'll develop a collegiate outreach program at River Parish Community College, and we have made a flyer for him to distribute, just so students are aware of the opportunities that they have at the college, the community college.
So you might have gathered, our mission as well as Fellowship's mission was really about reaching out to the community and forming relationships that matter. So our objectives were kind of based on doing those things. So as Haley talked about all the objectives, basically how we were successful overall in most of them. Since the church is very, very new, the evaluation is going to be a pretty ongoing process throughout this year. But for our first objective, by hosting the Planting Our Appreciation event, it was a success. We had 100 people attend. We were hoping for more, but the thing that I think that mattered to us, that we got people there that weren't already part of the church, and that was a goal. And so hopefully that will help them to, build more followers and get more people at their services weekly. Todd also said that this is definitely one of the best events objective of increasing attendance every week. That has been going successfully so far. They have seen an increase pretty much from week to week since their first services. But this is also going to be an ongoing evaluation. One way that we thought they could help increase attendance is through branching off through social media and hopefully, spreading the word that way, getting more people, aware and excited about coming to the services. So we created a social media plan. Basically, the social media plan includes reaching out to people and kind of crafting messages around awareness months and how churches can relate to, say, ALS awareness, asthma awareness month, or back to school, kind of things like that. And our third objective of creating a positive reputation in the community, again, goes back to just promoting and building upon their established community outreach programs. So Haley talked about those. They have a on-campus Baptist ministry now at River Parish Community College, and they also have a program called SPIN, which is Serving People in Need, where they basically deliver food to the homeless in downtown Baton Rouge. So basically, they just really want to work on building that and increasing participation in that. And so one way to evaluate that is, again, going to be, just counting volunteers and counting participants from now throughout the end of the year.
Okay, so on April 21st, we held our event, Planting Our Appreciation. We chose to have it at Jambalaya Park in Gonzales, mainly because it was close proximity to Fellowship Church South Ascension campus, and also because it offered a very family-friendly environment. The point of the event was to honor educators and their families while bringing church members and community members together. Also to kind of support a cause, and this entailed bringing in school supply donations to be donated to local schools. We chose to have the event on a Sunday because it was convenient for church members to attend after attending service. And then also we chose April 21st because we wanted to collaborate Teacher Appreciation Month and also Earth Day. So this is where the theme kind of derives from. Because teachers plant in the lives of kids on a daily basis and help them grow, we wanted to plant our appreciation and encouragement back into their lives. And so we were very fortunate. It was a gorgeous day, especially because it was all outdoors. So we were lucky. There was a face painting, card making, and dessert making station, as well as music and inflatables for the kids and free food open for anybody who attended the event. Like Julia said, we had 100 people approximately who attended. And so we did have some leftover food, but it was all good because SPIN decided to feed the homeless in downtown Baton Rouge using the leftover jambalaya that we got catered from Jambalaya Shop. And in addition, the leftover desserts were donated to a school that one of the Fellowship Church members also works at. So she brought them to a teaching lounge there and shared them with her teacher friends. So all in all, no food was wasted and it was a successful event.
Just kind of to wrap up, just to clarify, although the number of people in attendance has stayed consistent at around 104, we have seen an increase because original families that came from the Prairieville location to help kind of establish the new location have gone back, and those numbers in attendance have been replaced by new families that have joined the community. So along with our event deliverables, as Julia has already said, we kind of created a social media plan and just a way for South Ascension to establish itself apart from the main campus, just to make sure that people are aware and really know that they have their own campus and they're doing kind of service initiatives and volunteer things of their own. So by continuing their Serving People in Need programs in the local communities and by further establishing a Baptist collegiate ministry at River Parishes Community College, which Todd has already begun doing. They've met at least 3 times already this semester. Fellowship Church South Ascension can continue to build its brand awareness and make sure people are very aware of their presence, and they can build interest in their church in the South Ascension area. So do you guys have any questions or comments?